Hi there. So in this session we will discuss about Jean Piaget theory of intellectual development. So it is Jean Piaget mentioned that intellectual development goes in hand with the development of physical and behavioral characteristic. So you have to focus here mainly the stages and how they develop from childhood to adulthood, right? So see, first stage is your sensory motor. So sensory motor, this stage, sensory motor stage, and its extent is from birth to 2 years of age. Sensory motor stage extends from birth to 2 years of age, right? So actually in the characteristics of this stage is that the actions related to suckling, orality and assimilation of objects, right? So ability to think of only one thought at a time, right? So here, say if a child is playing and the ball goes out of his sight, right? If the ball goes out of his sight, he will think that the ball doesn't exist. So out of sight means ceasing to exist. So these are all your sensory motor stage. I just gave an example, right? So these are actions related to suckling, orality and assimilation of objects. Here out of sight means that the thing doesn't exist according to that child, because he is in the sensory motor stage 0 to 2 year age group. Next is your concrete age group. It is from 2 to 7 years, right? So in concrete age group, it is an egocentric thought, like there is a logic, right? There is now in this case, if the ball goes out from the sight of the child, he will immediately understand that the ball is just out of his sight, but it exists in this circumstance. The ball exists, it's just out of his sight. But in the first scenario, in the sensory motor stage, the child will say that the ball is not existing anymore because it is out of his sight. But here you will understand the ball is just out of his sight, but the ball still exists, right, in the space. So this is your concrete, where there is a concrete thinking stage, right, where there is a logic of its own, right? There is an ability to judge the events, right? Okay, so this is your concrete stage. Then is your abstract stage. Abstract stage is your 7 to 11 years, right, where there is a, also known as this conceptual thinking stage, where there is a ability to focus on different dimensions of a problem, right? There is an ability to abstract, that is the ability to generalize from specific and find similarities, dissimilarities among different objects. The thought process is really flexible and reversible in this stage. So it is a more conceptual thinking stage, more concept based, right? Thinking becomes more concept based, solid thinking, right? Then is your adolescent or formal operational stage, from 11 years to lifelong. Now in this stage, the ability to imagine the possibilities is very comprehensive, right? There comes an ability to develop the hypothesis and to test those hypotheses as well, right? So it is a abstract thinking more in a more solid form, right? So here the adolescent thinking or formal thinking develops in a more abstract manner or more solid manner, along with the hypothesis plus testing of the hypothesis. So it is a more advanced thinking, right? You can say more solid thinking, and the thinking is based on the situation, plus it is based on hypothesis as well, right? And also to imagine the possibilities that may occur in that situation, right? So it is actually a comprehensive approach to a particular situation. So as the age develops, the intellectual development goes hand in hand along with the development of physical and behavioral characteristic. There is the whole concept that Jean Piaget wanted to give in this theory, right, along with all these stages. So I hope this session will make his theory a bit easier, right? So this was all his stages of intellectual development as he tried to described in different stages, right?